So I've inserted this image, and I'm just gonna, well, I've scaled it so that this side is 1 inch, but you know, when it's done you can just scale it down to whatever size you need. So I'm just gonna outline all of these, just some curves. Um, 2.5, and I'm not gonna worry about making it like super precise. Arc tangent for these, 0.75, okay. I'm just gonna copy this, and then extend this one. Let's see what distance this is. 1.25, okay. Um, 45, no. -45. Scale this to 1 inch. Okay, let's offset 1, and offset. Let's check this distance. 1.2. Let's go 1.25. Copy. Okay, offset to that. And now let's work on this curve here. So I know this is 1. Arc tangent again. And we'll go to this end. And we can move this over. And then offset again. Join. And we can copy this down here. Mirror. And then I'm just going to go to the midpoint here. 1. And offset. And join all this. Okay. So now we can draw our sweep shape. And I just used an arc last time. So LV. And I guess like the roundness of this arc will determine how the bubble results looks. So I think I went like 1 or 0.25 before, so I'm just going to do that again, but you can go higher or lower, whatever you want. And then arc, and let's use start point this time, and we can just bring it up here. And then I'll just copy this all the places that I need it. Copy. Okay, and then we can just use these shapes that we've drawn to sweep it. So I think I'm just gonna copy this over and continue away from the image. So sweep 2. Okay, so this one, you can see how the slashes are getting like diagonal, and they're not normal to the curves. So we need to fix that. That can be done using this add slash option. So what you need to do is just go to like the endpoint of one of the arcs that we drew, and find the other endpoint, and that will align them. So now they're all like normal to the curve. They're all perpendicular to the curves. Okay, and same for this one. We need to add slash here. So find the end. Okay, and these are normal. Copy this. So now that we have our like basic shapes, we can go ahead and start to trim this. And this gets a little tricky sometimes. But yeah, I'll show you how to like troubleshoot things and fix them. So let's trim, trim, trim there, and let's intersect these two and trim those, and I'll leave this area till later. So I'll try to split this, and so this is where a lot of people get stuck. You know, we try to split this surface with this one and it doesn't split, even though they're like clearly, you know, intersecting. So we can get around that by using curves to split it instead. So I'm going to do intersect, and so we have another problem. The intersect command doesn't actually, you know, outline all the places that they're like actually intersecting, and I think it just has something to do with the Rhino's tolerance. Like the surfaces are too similar, so it doesn't calculate, you know, the actual intersection. But we can get around that too by just extending this curve. So I'm going to do extend and make sure it's smooth, and I'm just going to bring it out. So now it definitely will cross that, and I should be able to split. Yep. And then same for this one. And this one actually gives it me all the way, so I'm just going to use that. Split. And then, let's see. Okay. Let's intersect these. Extend. Split this. Delete that. Duplicate the new edge. Duplicate this edge. Join, and I can split this one. Delete that. Okay. Now we can just join everything and do border. So we need to check the border after we join everything. We need to make sure that all of these places that we split are closed. So we don't want duplicated borders there. And looking at my border here, I can tell that it did join properly. So I'm going to move it back, and then set it to Z, and then we can extrude this down to give it thickness. So I'm going to go 0.5, select class, move over. We only want the sides and the bottom of this one. So I can do hold Control and Shift, and then just click on the top and delete it. Move this back, and we can join, cap, merge all faces, and that is pretty much it. So you can see how it turns out in this rendered view. You know, it gets a nice bubble. It's kind of like you get some creases here, and then if you want to 3D print this, you just have to turn to mesh. So do OK, delete the NURBS, and you just want to check that this is a closed mesh. So it's closed, and then check for self-intersecting faces. You can do mesh self-intersect, and you want 0. So this would be totally fine to export as like either an STL or OBJ if you want to send this to a printer.